Welcome back to the show. Garth Riley here with Doug Anderson. I have Doug Anderson's paper. He can't touch it anymore. Doug, go ahead, try and touch it. Nope. Okay, good. All right. Well, last question for these intrepid people running for council and trying to make a difference in Durham region. So, are you ready? Have you dreamed one up?
Sure. Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Really? Did you work hard at it?
Oh yeah. Yep. I want to ask people about development. We're in a rapidly growing area of the GTA, which means that development is a key issue, and developers in particular are seen by your average voters as being in control of things. That they know the system, they know how to work the system, they know how to get what they want, and the poor voters out there who basically find out about these things late in the process feel that they're getting shafted by people with special interests. Now, is this do you see this as a problem, first of all? And if it is, then what are you going to do to correct it, or change the perceptions, or change the reality?
Okay.
I think a lot of the perception is that we need development. Of course we need development, but people aren't looking a step ahead. A lot of times it's just a fly-by-night situation, like, okay, somebody's coming in, let's grab them before somebody else does. It's a we against us situation. I think development has to be looked at with precise movement and selection of who you're getting in here as developers.
All right. Jeremy?
Yeah, development out in my area, Clarington, is a problem. They seem to be resistant on giving permits and on, even in residential, So I'm going to encourage growth and encourage people to move to Clarington and be open and inviting and not have that perception that it's hard to get a permit.
Well, let me throw that open for a minute. I want to sort of bring it back. Maybe I can help reword it, because I think we kind of got away from this. There's a perception out there that if someone is trying to build something, or if there's something being built, let's say a sign goes up tomorrow, that the public, if they get ticked off about it, can actually do something about it. But for the most part, there's this idea of thinking it's already done, that the deal has already been signed, that this notification is at the bare minimum, and the public sometimes feel very marginalized in this process. We've heard from other candidates that have said to us, that have been inside politics, have said quite unequivocally that there is an official plan. The official plan is often modified, but often that the signposting is the most minimal thing that a local or regional council can do in order to notify something that's about to be built. The question is, that process seems to be very skewed by the public. We hear it all the time. So we're going to say to you, assume that we're right, that the public says the process is skewed, it looks like there's already inside deals done, that these notices are put up, are just done as wallpaper. What would you do to make sure the process was actually a little more transparent than that? Okay, what would you do?
That is the issue. Perception is reality. If you just look at the process, and if any of us that have been around politics and track it, the paper is amazing to try and go through all of the minutes of all the meetings and try and figure out what the intent is or what the long-term impact is. It's virtually impossible.
But Kevin, the people go, all of a sudden, you see every council meeting when someone's ticked off about a development that's coming up. Then the public shows up, and they go and talk to the council. This is probably the real question. They go and talk to the council. The council gets grilled. There's 100 people in there, ratepayers, mothers, daughters,
Yes.
they're all standing there.
Yes.
But really, nothing changes. The deal is done. That protest point is moot at that point in time. That's what we find. That's what people keep telling us.
Yes.
Now,
And
if that's the perception, what would you do about it?
This is the whole idea behind my idea of neighborhood meetings, is in the neighborhood meeting, the city councilor or the regional councilor or the staff person from the city can talk about these issues and what's
But
the
nobody-
impact on that
But
neighborhood.
nobody shows up for these things, and all of a sudden they say, well, we had notification, but nobody showed up. It seems to me that the region and the municipality does minimal notification with minimal effort, or they say they've done it, and then these delegations show up to be seen for these long camera meetings, and then all of a sudden nothing happens. Well, you're a rally person.
You have
Jeremy.
you have to go to the people first.
Absolutely.
You
right.
have to approach
Exactly.
the people and the community first. Let them know that this is what's on the table, or what do you think, and get the feedback first. They're doing it backwards the way it is now.
We have to be activists. As representatives, we have to be activists.
But will you be?
Absolutely.
Everybody says that when they're not elected. But you
Absolutely.
get in there and all of a sudden somebody sucks your will to live. Like this is what seems to happen. I mean, we've all been around it. Mike.
Just meeting these gentlemen today and getting the feeling, this group is in the new council, new candidates are out there to do that. They've come in. They're coming in because in Oshawa we're only having you'll probably have maybe 2 incumbents left, but everybody has this idea, and last night's debate proved it. Everybody went and has the same phenomenal things.
You talked earlier
10 seconds
about
for each one of you. Go ahead.
You talked earlier about disenfranchisement, and that's a reality. We have to show the people that we care. It's going to take a lot of effort on our part to convince them that we care. If they're convinced that we care, then they'll open up, then they'll participate, then they'll become activists with us.
Prime example, Longworth and Scugog, they want to put a price chopper in a school zone area, and the residents weren't, the developer didn't approach the community, talk to them, and it's a backwards. Now now the citizens are becoming aware of it, and I've never seen a price chopper in a school zone area before.
No.
Never.
And
And
that's
that,
a prime
and
example.
that deal got somehow pushed through, and then the people didn't know about it, and all of a sudden it's at the end run. Hopefully you guys will do something about it. Our time is far spent. We're going to say goodbye to you. Doug Anderson and I will be back with some more candidates. I want to thank you. Good luck in the election.
Thank
you
I
very
do
much.
believe we need a change out there. Can't get any worse, so you guys can how bad can you mess it up? All right, anyways, we'll be back with more of these lively discussions on the next edition. Thanks for tuning in.